What's up, guys? It's Dani here with another video. Today we're going to be talking about a topic that I think has touched a lot of us throughout this lockdown during last year, during this year for the countries that are still in lockdown and that are still being affected by this terrible coronavirus pandemic. And it's the topic of mental health during lockdown and how, like, what you can do to not go crazy, literally crazy of boredom and like frustration just in general. So I'm gonna do my best to try and help you and give you a couple of tips of things that I have done for myself to actually keep busy and keep occupied and not think too much about the current situation and not let it get to me in a very like bad way for my actual health, mental and physical. Let's do this. So guys, like I was saying before, we've all been affected by this pandemic in so many ways, just financially, mentally, mostly mentally, I think, and financially also. And like you can get stuck into really bad habits of like sadness and depression really easy because it is a really weird world situation. It's really sad and it's really frustrating. It's mostly frustrating because like you're not allowed to live the life that you used to live a year and a bit ago. And it is just like, how has the world changed so much? And you can get into all these topics into your head and just, you see how easy that was for me to get to just kind of like that rolling thing and like that the tragedy of it all. And it's just so easy to just get thrown into that pit and just never go out of it. And I think you gotta try and do something about it to keep distracted, to keep you busy, to keep your mind busy, because otherwise you'll just keep going into that and just feeling sad. And you can't imagine the number of times last year that I cried out of frustration, out of sadness, out of uncertainty, out of like, oh my God, what's it gonna be of my life? And at some point, we were discussing with my boyfriend, and it was just like, you gotta do something about this because this is not helping. It's not helping. And so the things that I started to apply, I'm not saying they work, spot on, right on a second after you apply them, but throughout, the last year, since summer's last year until now, I'm in such a better position mentally than I was before. And I'm taking this lockdown, this third lockdown in London, in such a different way. Like, mentally, you're still hard because you're still, locked down. And the only thing you can do is go to the grocery store or just go for a little walk or something. But it's so cold also. And it's just like, oh, it doesn't help. Just nothing helps right now. So I've applied some things into my life that I think could be useful for you guys. And I wanted to give you a little bit of the backstory because it's not like I'm just saying, oh, do this, do that. It's things that I've actually applied because I had times where I was really bad this lockdown, like really bad, and weeks of like just crying and just being sad all the time and just not feeling like I'm able to get out of it. But little by little, adapting, to like different habits and doing different things can help. And I think I can give you a little list of things that you can apply and how you can apply them, how I've applied them to myself and to my life. And I have them here in my list. So I think the first thing that I had to stop doing was I was looking a lot at social media and seeing, it's really nice to see other women like being successful and having, beautiful and successful and just having fun wherever, and it's, even if it was like pictures from before or something, and it just affects you mentally and like, oh my God, these people are so happy and they're so successful. And I'm like, oh my God, I don't have a job. Look at me. It's so easy to just get drawn into that and into I want to be them, and that can happen to a lot of us. And it's happened to me. And like, I think it happens to a lot of other women. I don't know if it happens to men because like, I guess it does sometimes, but they just express it less. But something that I had to do for a while was unfollow a lot of people, or like just stop looking at social media for a while and give it a little rest, and only look at things like, little puppies and like things like that. Just, it sounds silly, but But if it's actually affecting you seeing other people, because Instagram, as everyone says on Instagram, even then they say it, is Instagram shows the highlights of people's lives, and they show the best part of them, and the nicest part, and the most beautiful pictures, and the most, the greatest times that they're having. And like, it's just, it's all, I'm not saying it's super fake, but it's just highlights. And so if you just see highlights of people, you think all their lives are like that, and their whole lives are just like so much fun. And then you're like, I'm like, here, I can't do anything. Like what? It's my life, like you start questioning your life and your life decisions. And it's not sane, and it's not good for you, because you are worth a lot and you can do anything you set your mind to. But these people have probably also been working very hard to get where they are, and you just need to put in the work a little bit, basically. So you can stop looking at social media for a little bit, give it a little rest, just focus on things that you actually enjoy seeing and that doesn't affect you mentally. Another thing that you can do is set yourself some goals. Set yourself like a project, not goals, but a project, okay? Because it's all about the process and not where you get, basically, because otherwise you're going to be judging yourself all the time about how you didn't get to that goal in like the unrealistic amount of time that you put yourself, basically. So set yourself a project and get on with it. For me, it was my fitness stuff, my Instagram, my YouTube. I'm trying to promote my fitness business through there and actually getting serious about it. I still struggle with like posting loads to YouTube, which I need to get better at, because I have so much things to share with you guys. But just in general, setting yourself a nice little project that will keep you busy, mostly if you're like in furlough or things like that you have a lot of time in your hands, something that you will enjoy actually doing. It's really, really good to do, because it will keep your mind super busy. It will keep you creative. It will keep you thinking of ways that you can, go around the project and actually achieve what you want to achieve. But make it a nice little project. Don't make it a goal. Don't make it like, oh, I want to be a super famous fitness trainer, or I want to be a super like, don't set yourself a goal like that. Just set yourself a project of like, oh, I want to get on with my YouTube. I want to create a new YouTube channel, and I want to talk about this. That's a little project. I want to start my own, start painting stuff. Well, then start painting stuff, and then just, work on that project little by little. Another thing in my list, and I shouldn't have needed to read this, is exercise. Guys, I can't stress how important that is. I stopped exercising during Christmas because before the third lockdown, we were actually here in London, and that same day we decided to go to Reese's parents' house because they were in like tier 2, basically, which is basically that you can have more or less a normal life and spend Christmas with them. And that was a crazy, crazy day. But there, it's so much more difficult. In the house is like 4 or 5 people all the time, and it's just difficult to exercise. And so I didn't go for walks. It was really cold, and I wasn't really motivated to do anything. Just chilling, chilling in the couch, looking at my computer. It became a very bad habit, and it's really easy to just get into the habit of not doing anything. And it was really bad for my mental health, just in general, because I was eating the same because I was just hungry because it's cold and I get hungry. And I wasn't exercising. I wasn't really doing anything. And it was very frustrating. It got me into a really bad kind of mental state. And then I started exercising again afterwards, after I came back to London. And honestly, guys, it is hard to get back into it. But once you get back into it, or once you start, it gives you so much fulfillment. It gives you so much energy. It gives you so much happiness. It changes your mentality, and it just, because it makes you want to be better at what you're doing. It makes you want to get better at the form that you're doing the exercises. It makes you want to get faster at what you're doing. It wants, better, just getting better. It's not about the burning calories. It's more about the getting better at doing stuff and getting stronger, which for me is like the nicest thing about exercise, and the nicest thing about why I actually exercise. So exercise, guys. please, whatever you like. And it doesn't need to be weights. It can be whatever you like. Just experiment a little bit. Just try different types of exercises that you like. Like you like yoga, you like Pilates, you like boxing, you like, I don't know, salsa dancing, you like dancing, like do dancing. You like actually weights training, get a couple of dumbbells. I know it's really difficult to get them now, but get a couple of dumbbells and get on it, you know? And just start learning little by little. If you have the means, then hire a trainer. If you don't, then look at YouTube. Loads of videos, lots of people doing actually really good stuff out there. So just get yourself moving. It will help you. It will help you a lot. It will release, actually moving, exercise will release some really happy hormones in your body, and will naturally just get you a bit happier than you are without exercising. And I think the last thing on my list is socializing. And I know socializing doesn't need to mean go out and meet people, because right now we can't, for example, in the UK, we can't go and see other people. We can maybe see, I think it's like another person outside of like in the park or whatever. And like, you know, you have to be in a distance, etc., etc. But just talking to people, socializing, it means give your friend a FaceTime call once in a while. Talk to your family. Just like, honestly, it doesn't need to be quizzes, and that's fun for you, then that's awesome. Quizzes, do quizzes with your friends, with your family. I think we're all a little bit over quizzes though, but just having conversations with people, it keeps you socially active. And I know it's weird that you can't see them, but honestly, it will help so much with that mental health. You're going to be talking about your feelings. You're going to be talking about your day, about what projects you have, about, you know, learning from them, what they're doing. And that maybe can help you actually also learning what you can do to get, you know, to be happier, a little bit happier during this lockdown and during this pandemic, just in general. So socializing is so important, guys. We underestimate it sometimes, and we're like, so lazy. I'm like that. I'm so lazy to talk with this person. I'm so lazy to talk with this person. But once you get to do it, it's the same as exercising. Really, I have to exercise. I don't really want to. I'd rather stay in the sofa. Once you start, it's so much fun. And honestly, you just have to get in the habit of it. And believe me, it's not going to be only you that wants to talk to people. Other people will want to talk to you, but just it's that laziness that, you know, all this situation brings, of people not wanting to do anything because like, I can't be bothered because life is horrible right now. So just make your life a little bit nicer to yourself and stop judging yourself. You know, this is a very weird time, and we've all been through really tough stuff this year and like last year. So just be patient with yourself. Be patient, and you will get there. If you have a little project, you just have to work on it. Take into account that very successful people right now have worked years and years and years in what they're doing. So just be conscious of that, because sometimes we forget, and I forget, and I get really frustrated. So I want to spread my message. I want to help people, and I feel like I want to do it now. And I want, you know, it's an impatience that you gotta get rid of, because that will only get you to judge yourself, and it's not good. It's not good, guys. Let me tell you, it's not good for your mental health in general. I've lived through it, so don't do that to yourselves. Obviously, eat well. Don't forget about that, because that is really important also for like your health just in general and your mood. If you're eating really bad food all the time, you're gonna feel really heavy all the time, and it's just gonna be not nice. Eating healthy, eating good, you know, eat, don't starve yourself, because when you're bored and you're not moving a lot, sometimes you don't want to eat. So like, still eat a little bit. You don't have to eat loads, but you know, feed yourself. That's also very important for that mind, for that mental health. It is very, 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 very important, because when you're not eating, your brain is just tired and hungry and angry and like upset about anything. So eat. Anyway, guys, sorry about that. The memory card kind of collapsed at some point. But anyway, what I wanted to say is thank you so much for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you want, you can subscribe to the channel. I think it's on this corner, or like around here somehow. And don't forget to give us a like and send a comment if you have any other suggestions for people to actually improve their lifestyle, nice habits that they can apply, or any questions that you may have that I can help solve in another video, or just responding to your comments, okay? Have a really, really, really good day, night, whatever it is, wherever you're watching, guys. And I'll see you in the next one. Mwah! Love you loads.